Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with great recent recordings of the classics. And today we're talking about the Brahms piano concertos. This one, Riccardo, Chailly, and Nelson Freire, recorded in, I had my thing, 2006. That's what it is, 2006. So it's past the year 2000. This is certainly a great recording for the new millennium. And this is going to be an interesting journey because the Brahms concertos are going to get recorded all the time. I mean, since 2006, there have been, who knows how many Brahms concerto individual performances and cycles recorded. I mean, lots of them, really quite a few. Some of them have been good. Some of them have not been good. Most have been, mediocre, because that's the way these things work, don't they? I mean, the number of really great Brahms piano concerto cycles is not large. Performances that get both of them equally right and are equally fabulous, and so you can get the pair and not worry about it. I mean, there's Sirkin in his various versions with Ormandy or Zell or whoever, and there's Fleischer and Zell, and there's somebody in Zell. No, there's Gilels and Joachim, and there's this one. I mean, this one really shot right to the top of the heap. Some people might think Buchbinder and Harnoncourt. That's a possibility also. It's a little eccentric because it has Harnoncourt in it, but that's okay. It's very, very difficult to get both of these pieces right, let alone, just getting one of them right is hard enough. But to get both of them, they're such different works. The first is youthful and all fire and passion and Sturm und Drang, at least in the first movement, whereas the second is a huge symphonic, alternately, I mean, it has its fiery moments in the scherzo in the second movement, but the long, slow movement and how to pace that finale, that light finale that seems way too unimportant for the work as a whole, or it can, depending on the performance. It's it's like, oh, come on. Yeah, but of course it can make perfect sense. It's witty, it's fresh, it's delicious, it has a charming Viennese flavor, but you have to have character. That's what the music needs. Both works, really. I mean, they need characterization because they are works in which the soloist is a really powerful presence and the orchestra has its own really powerful presence, and both of them have to be realized. I mean, that's why it's impossible to pull these works off if you want to be a pianist and conductor simultaneously. They need two distinctive personalities. They need contrast. And this is really kind of a phenomenal set because Nelson Freire, when he did these, I mean, he'd been around forever. We were very, very lucky that Decca got a hold of him when they did, because he was really in peak form throughout his entire Decca career, really up to his rather untimely passing. I mean, he died quite suddenly, and I don't think anybody was expecting it. And fortunately, he made, a dozen or so recordings for Decca, which really should be boxed up. I mean, why not do a Nelson Freire box? It would be absolutely wonderful. With all the things that eventually were released on Decca, including his Radio Days, earlier recordings and whatnot. He was always a splendid pianist. He just didn't have a major label contract, as so many don't. But fortunately, somebody was aware of just what was going on there, and they nabbed him before it was too late. And we have Chailly, who's a fabulous conductor. We have the Gewandhaus Orchestra. We have modern digital recording, which sounds absolutely splendid and very, very beautifully recorded. This is a fantastic Brahms cycle. I mean, it really recalled the glory days of old, which, of course, we have pianists from the glory days of old, sort of, kind of. But, the bottom line is, as I've always said, when it comes to works that get recorded over and over again, that are such a consistent and ongoing part of the standard repertoire, what's going to matter is whether you have artists who are simpatico, who are really, really ready to rock the works. I mean, individually and collectively, as here. In this case, we were lucky. We were really lucky because hearing all of the Brahms cycles that have come out since this, we hear some good things and some bad things, but that level of consistency, that level of absolute, unquestionable greatness in the performance, well, that's a rare thing. And it's always going to be a rare thing. So this is not so much, in my opinion, a question of people forgetting how to play Brahms or not understanding the music or the idiom. These pieces are going to be played. They're going to be played regularly. They're going to be taught. There's a provenance in Brahms' pedagogy, and from teacher to pupil, etc., etc. So there's no question that we're going to get plenty of Brahms piano concertos as the new millennium wears on. The only issue is how fabulous the artists are going to be, how well they're able to invest the music with the kind of personality and individuality it needs to make us sit up and say, whoa, that's really something. Well, it happened in 2006, and so that's in the new millennium, and thank God. And there have been a couple others that have been pretty good too, but we'll see. We'll see. We're going to have no shortage of choice, I have a feeling. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.